Hello, wonderful. It is Sarah K Ramsey, and I have a question. Curious about this question. Has your kindness been used against you? Have you been in situations that your heart was so big that it was broken? Have you been in situations where you just wanted to do the right thing and you wanted to kind of somewhat follow the rules and you wanted to be loyal, be kind, be a good daughter, be a good wife, be a good partner, be a good mother, be a good whatever? And then toxic people used this against you. We may have a little runaway coming through as my daughter runs through. Of course, I get all the kids situated to be able to do this, and then they come back in as I go live. It happens every time. They're outside playing. She came in to go get a jacket. Real life. So, has your kindness been used against you? Okay. And I see it over and over again. I actually had an interview with Sandra L. Brown recently, and who's been studying pathology and toxic behaviors for 33 years. Okay. And she said so often it is women's agreeableness and their kindness and conscientiousness, and that their heart is bigger than their mind, and it gets them in trouble. Okay. Because toxic people can use that to their advantage. And then you go through the recovery process, the healing process, trying to figure out a healing strategy that'll work with you that can make sense in your mind. And the problem comes because we want to use phrases like, I deserve better. And I had a coaching call this week with someone, and they said, well, I know I deserve better. And I said, okay, does that give you fuel in your tank to move forward? Like that phrase, I deserve better, does that give you the fuel you need to launch your life forward? Or is that something you just say because that's what kind of other people say, or uh, you just kind of have heard that phrase? And she was like, no, that does not give me fuel in my tank. Because I hear all the time women will say, almost as if they're telling themselves, I know I deserve better, or I know I don't deserve this. And it's something I hear a lot of women say, but it is not a way I see a lot of women motivated, especially non-toxic women who are good, kind, loving, giving, and forgiving. Because so much of their framework in life is being a good person. So putting themselves first or saying they deserve better, it doesn't align with who they have tried to be, because then it makes them seem like they start to feel selfish, they start to feel like they're asking too much, their expectations are too high, or they feel like something's wrong. It doesn't align with their religious beliefs, it doesn't align with their upbringing, it doesn't align with whatever. But yet, they keep coming back to the phrase, well, I deserve better. I know I deserve better. I know I deserve better. So let's figure out how to get fuel in your tank. If you're driving from New York to California, you're going to need a lot of fuel in your tank. And as you are a good girl recovering from a toxic relationship, you need better fuel in your tank to get you where you want to go. Okay? So think about this phrase, because this is what I asked with that coaching client. I said, you have a niece, right? A niece you're very close to. And she was like, oh, yeah, I actually know her niece in real life. But this person lives in a different state, but her niece lives near me. And I said, if you look her in the face and say, I want to show you how to become the woman you should be, right? This person is very close to her niece. She's a real role model in this girl's life, okay? So I am showing you what it means to be a woman. And what it means to be a woman is giving men 1,000 chances, putting up with toxic mama drama, and not ever asking, not having any expectations in a relationship, just constantly giving and never receiving, always scrambling to accommodate their selfishness, always scrambling to accommodate their insecurities, always scrambling to accommodate their anger, always scrambling to accommodate their mental illness, their addiction, whatever it may be. Can you align with your niece watching that and that being who she's supposed to be as a woman. And nearly every female, I've said that to other women too, of course they're like, no, that is not what I want to show the world and show women looking up to me, that is what it means to be a woman. I said, okay, what does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a woman well loved? What does it mean to be a woman in a healthy relationship? Can you lead by example? I have a coach. I always have coaches myself because I want to continue to be better and better and better and better and have a better and better and better life. And one of the things he talks about is learning to lead yourself first, learning to lead by example. And when we think about being a good girl and being a great girl and being a good person, leading by example, walking the walk, not just talking the talk, is probably a real core that's probably very much in alignment with your core belief system. Okay? It probably swept you in a toxic relationship longer than you meant for it to. But it can also sweep you into healing, which is what I'm trying to get your thoughts to work for you rather than for the toxic person, which has happened for years. Okay? So as you think about being in alignment with who you are and leading by example, you have to lead yourself first. Anytime, you'll notice in the group, Finding Love and Success, anytime someone's asking for advice, women are very quick to jump in to help women. And then it's like, okay, let's hold ourselves accountable, let's lead ourselves. And it tends to be a lot more of crickets, right? It's like, well, yeah, but it's just me, well, yeah. And as you think about leading by example, if you're going to go into dating, you're going to go into a job interview, you're going to go into a whatever, and you want someone to choose you, leading by example means choosing you sometimes. It doesn't mean you are always at the top of the pyramid. It doesn't mean you become selfish. It doesn't mean you turn into a selfish person. That's not what we're talking about. But if I never choose me, and then I'm like, oh, I hope this guy chooses me. I'm never going to choose me, but I hope this guy chooses me. I'm never going to choose me, but I hope this job chooses me. I'm never going to choose me, but I hope, this person chooses me. You see how out of alignment it is. And after a toxic relationship, when you have cognitive dissonance going on anyway, which is like conflicting beliefs, never choosing you, thinking I deserve it, but that not really being in alignment with who you are, giving other women advice, but not taking your own advice, all these things create that tennis match in your head. Ding, 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 back and forth, back and forth. You can never get rest because you are not living authentically. To me, living authentically and being a good person, I'll never be a perfect person. I don't pretend to be. But living it authentically and being a good person means I don't promote other people's selfishness. I don't promote other people's addictions. I don't promote covering over other people's bad childhoods so that I am doing the work of the relationship rather than them doing the work of the relationship. Being an authentic person means I choose not to put myself in dangerous situations that allow toxic people to hurt me. Because sometimes toxic people just like hurting you. And I don't want to live a life and give them opportunity to be at their worst selves. I sure don't want my little daughter who is running through here to see that. I don't want my niece to see that. I don't want my nephew to see that. I don't want other women looking up to me to see that. And that is a lot of fuel in my tank. When I think about being that person of integrity and authenticity, that is a lot more fuel in my good girl healing tank than I deserve better. I deserve this. I deserve that. Because that just feels icky to me. But thinking, I want to be a person who leads by example, who's able to choose me, who's able to take turns, and sometimes it's my turn and sometimes it's not my turn. And I do not want to be someone who helps other people become the most selfish, most angry, least responsible, or whatever it is person in their life. I don't want to promote their unhealthiness, and I do want to protect my healthiness. I hope that helps, and I hope you have an awesome Sunday Fun Day.